Okay, let's dive into this. Welcome, my friend, to another explainer where we take a step back and look at the big picture behind the world's most fascinating ideas. Today, we're looking at something completely captivating. Have you ever wondered what the world actually cares about the most? Like when millions of people around the globe click to learn something new, what exactly are they searching for? Well, today, we are decoding the ultimate roadmap to personal agency.
Seriously, ask yourself, what could a 12-year-old kid, a massive, multi-generational Harvard study, and the simple way you stand with your hands on your hips possibly have in common? On the surface, I know, these sound like completely random, totally disconnected topics. But as we're going to see today, they're actually pieces of a giant puzzle. And when you snap them all together, they form this clear, undeniable picture of how you can completely transform your life.
To find this answer, we're looking right here at the top 5 most highly viewed TEDx talks on YouTube. Now, just a quick aside on this, TEDx Talks are independently organized events. They're distinct from the main flagship TED Talks, even though they both share a home on the TEDx YouTube channel. The view counts on these absolutely massive recordings fluctuate all the time, of course, but these 5, they have consistently dominated the charts. This isn't just a random list we threw together. This is a true reflection of what resonates most deeply with humanity.
Section 1. Small changes, massive impact. Finding the hidden link between the world's favorite independent talks.
As we unpack these talks, a real golden thread emerges. Every single one of them proves how small, intentional changes unlock immense personal power. Just look at this stark contrast for a second. On the left, you've got a young, wildly enthusiastic tech innovator who hasn't even hit high school yet. And on the right, a prestigious, incredibly data-heavy Harvard study tracking people over their entire lifetimes. The incredible thing here is that the transformative mindset we're talking about today applies to both ends of this spectrum. It literally doesn't matter how old you are or what your background is. Personal agency is universal.
Section 2. Master body and voice. Owning your physical presence and communication.
Before we can change the world around us, we have to take control of our own physical presence. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is that staggering number right there, 22 million. That is the number of views on Amy Cuddy's talk, Your Body Language May Shape Who You Are. As the source notes, while this actually originated as a TED Talk, it is frequently cited at the very top of these TEDx lists. Over 22 million people clicked on this just to understand how they can take control of themselves.
Amy Cuddy's talk from TEDx Global zeroes in on the concept of power posing. And honestly, this is the ultimate example of personal agency. She argues that the simple physical act of changing how you hold your body directly affects your internal confidence. You're not just a victim of how you feel, right? You can actively shape who you are by choosing how you physically stand in the world. It's a total game changer.
And that brings us perfectly to the next massive hit on our list, Julian Treasure's TEDx Lincoln talk, How to Speak So People Want to Listen. Look at how beautifully these two connect. Cuddy tells you to take agency over your posture. Treasure gives you practical advice on effective communication, basically telling you to take agency over your voice. Put them together, and they show that mastering your external physical output, your body and your voice, literally makes the world want to pay attention. Intentional physical changes yield massive results.
Section 3. Choose connection and joy. The profound life philosophies of resilience and relationships.
Okay, let's slow the pacing down just a bit here. We've talked a lot about external actions, but millions of people are also desperately searching for how to feel internally. This brings us to Robert Waldinger's wildly popular TEDx Beacon Street talk, What Makes a Good Life? And look, this isn't just a guy sharing his personal opinion. He draws on a massive, long-running Harvard study. And what the data explores is the ultimate key to happiness. Turns out, happiness isn't just something that randomly happens to you. The key is actually found in the choices we make regarding our relationships. We have the agency to build the connections that sustain us.
And you know, that beautiful truth bridges so perfectly to the next talk on our list. At TEDx Mid-Atlantic, a teenager named Sam Berns delivered a talk called My Philosophy for a Happy Life. Sam lived with progeria, which is a rare, fatal genetic condition that accelerates aging. Yet, his talk remains one of the most profoundly inspiring perspectives on the entire internet, because he proves that a philosophy for a happy life is an active, daily choice. It is the ultimate display of personal agency, exercised with just incredible grace, completely regardless of the incredibly difficult circumstances life might hand you.
Section 4. Unleash your inner innovator. Taking agency through creation and passion.
All right, we've seen profound resilience and deep emotional wisdom. Now let's ramp the energy way back up with Thomas Suarez, who took the stage at TEDx Manhattan Beach to deliver his talk, A 12-Year-Old App Developer. I mean, really think about that for a second. At 12 years old, most of us are just trying to survive middle school. But Thomas, he is the absolute embodiment of taking immediate, fearless action. He didn't wait to grow up to become an innovator. He just jumped in and started creating.
The source specifically highlights that Thomas's talk is all about, quote, sharing his passion for technology. And this is such a critical takeaway for us. A truly transformative mindset doesn't sit around waiting for permission. It doesn't wait until you have the right degree or until you hit a certain age. It innovates right now. It uses pure, unadulterated passion to build something new and just puts it out into the world.
Section 5. Your Blueprint for Transformation, tying the puzzle pieces of personal agency together. And this brilliantly illustrates the complete picture we've been building all along. We started today with 5 incredibly diverse talks, but looking at them all together reveals the whole shebang. This is the golden thread of agency. Millions upon millions of viewers aren't just clicking on random videos for fun. They are actively seeking out ways to take back control of their lives. They learn from Cuddy that they can literally shift their body language to gain confidence. They learned from Julian Treasure that they can optimize their communication to actually be heard. They learned from Waldinger's Harvard data to actively prioritize relationships for deep, lasting happiness. They learned from Berns to bravely choose a resilient philosophy, no matter the hand they're dealt. And they learned from Thomas Suarez to fearlessly innovate with passion today. Confidence, communication, happiness, resilience, and passion. Every single one of them stems from small, intentional choices. They all stem from you.
So the crucial point is this: insight without action is just entertainment. The world's most popular independent talks have practically handed you the blueprint for personal agency. The data is clear, the stories are proven, and the choice is entirely yours. Which of these small, intentional changes are you going to make today to transform your life? Pick just one. Change your posture. Call an old friend. Start that project you've been putting off. The power is completely yours. And honestly, I can't wait to see what you do with it.